Hi everyone, welcome to Starseed Rising 333. Thank you for tuning into this channel. If you do enjoy watching this video, if you could please click the like button, subscribe or share, or leave a comment, which would be much appreciated. In my last video, I mentioned that I am a Muslim as well as a high priestess and I read tarot. I just want to go a little bit about why I am a Muslim. Now, I also mentioned that at some point in my life, I actually lost part of my memory, and a lot of it had to do with my childhood. And I did mention that I was born in London. I worked and lived most of my life in London, but now I reside in the borough of Kent. Now, what it is, that time I lost my memory, I became homeless. And at some point, I was offered a place to stay. And where I was just, for some reason, just, like a bit curious as I was scrolling through the YouTube channel. And I came across a video which was published by the Nation of Islam, and there was a gentleman by the name of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, who is actually the leader of the Nation of Islam. I can't remember what the topic was that day, but he was talking about Jesus, about the disciples, and then he said that all black people are Muslims. And when I heard that, I was quite taken aback because it was just something that was new to me, something I've never heard before. And then he wanted to say why, and he said that when God created Adam, he just told Adam that this day I give you a religion, and that religion basically was Islam. And Islam means to be obedient to the Creator and to be submissive to do His will. And that was all what Allah, that's the name, that's what I call God. Now, whether you're religious or not, there are different names for God. You've got Yahweh, you've got Jehovah, you've got Jah. Some people just say God, but I call him Allah. And that's what Allah told Adam. He said, "This day I perfect you your religion," and that was basically to be obedient and to be submissive to do the will of God. And if you were to ever um, like scroll through the Bible or the Quran, it never mentions that Adam, even Moses, they were never Muslims. This was just something later came down the line. Yeah, it's just like um, the word Christian. There's no way in the New Testament or anywhere else, yeah, that says that Jesus was a Christian. It was just a name given to the followers of Christ after he ascended. It was just in a way to just to identify those followers who followed Jesus. So that's why that name was given to the disciples. They said that they were Christian. That way um, the name Christian came about. But then in probably my other videos, I'll probably just elaborate more on that, where this whole ideology of Christianity came about. But yes, so just going back to the Nation of Islam. If you've never heard of the Nation of Islam before, they're a religious group based in America. It was founded by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and his mission was to actually raise up the black nation or black people spiritually, yeah, and that's what it was, so that we could know the creator, know ourselves, basically know who we are, yeah, and how we should live in according to what the created us or expects us to do and be. Yeah. Um, and another thing that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said was that he said that all races come from the black race. Yeah. So basically, what he's saying is that we were created, the black people in specifically. So especially that's this part here is directly directed to the black woman and man. Just to let you know that we were the first race on this planet, and we were directly created um, by God's image and likeness. And then afterwards, other races started to appear on the on the planet. Yeah, and back in the days, they were known, or you could actually research this. That there's a name called the Adamites. Yeah, that's what that these were the people. Sorry, that were before any other race. Yeah, whether white, whether brown, whether yellow, yeah, or red. And today, fortunately, we have the descendants of the pre Adamite uh, is residing in Australia, and they're called the Aboriginal. So the black race was actually called pre-Adamites or Aboriginal. Yeah. So that is very interesting to know. But if you want to know more about this, I would strongly suggest that you actually um have a look on especially on the YouTube channel or online, if you want to do more research about this, or just watch the videos of the Nation of Islam. But there's one I would really like you to really, really watch, and that one, although all of them are interesting, but to watch the one that where it states who are the real children of Israel, because you will learn that a lot of the um prophecies in the Bible, especially the one relating to Moses, the Israelites, their time in Egypt, and Pharaoh, have a lot. There's a lot of connections there with the black people today, because as you know, and as I'm sure a lot of people know about the history of black people, our forefathers who were taken from Africa, brought to the West, yeah, as slaves. Um, Obviously their names, their culture, their religion, their God, everything was taken away. Yeah. Um, and we they weren't treated as equal. And even today, we are still we are still bearing, sorry, the traumas of what happened in the past, and it's all down to white supremacy. But as I said, if you want to find out more about this, I would strongly suggest that you probably visit those videos that are published by the Nation of Islam, which go more into detail about the history of the Bible, and you just gonna learn so much, not only about Allah the Creator, but about yourself, because there's a lot of things that's going on right now between the black community, because we don't know ourselves. We don't know ourselves spiritually, physically, mentally, you know emotion, we just don't know. And a lot of it is unfortunately down to what happened in the past. So I would just strongly recommend that you watch those videos which are published by the Nation of Islam. So anyway, I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you do enjoy watching this video, if you could please like, subscribe, or share. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.